Hey folks, Maverick Indicators here. All right, let's get into two guys here because we are finally breaking through these zones. It has been one of the most boring trading mornings in a while. Boring. Here was your market open right here. And then, I mean, you could have gotten some scalps here, like up to this zone. And then we just had gray candles, so many gray candles. It was like, gosh, are we ever going to pick a direction here? It looks like business is picking up here. And let me explain why we're in this trade. I'm actually going to, if we can break this zone, we'll probably retest it and then continue like this. If we do, and we're not in manipulation time, I'm going to add one more contract, and that's it. Okay. All right, so let's talk about why we're in this trade. Why are we even in this trade? We got a red background. The bears are in control. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm actually going to add one more, guys, because I'm going to go a little bit outside my market manipulation time rules here, because we're finally breaking out. This is really cool. Okay, so let's talk about it. First things first, you got a red background. The bears are in control, all right? Hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. If you see pink, it will most likely, this is pre-market, but still, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle, and God knows, let me go outside of last night, but here, let me stretch this, sorry. Let me get like this. Let me show you guys, because my chart is like squished here. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. Hot pink is your strongest downside. Bright green, if you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data, not to price and direction. That is our edge. Hot pink candles. Okay. All right. So let me clean up all my drawings. All right. So we're stopping right at the bottom of this zone that was drawn forever ago. This is the Maverick zones. It auto draws your support and resistance zones. I think this was drawn like a day and a half ago, this zone. But we know why we're stopping. We know why we're getting a little bit of a pause, because we got this zone here. It's already drawn for us. How stinking cool is that? All right, so we got a red background. The bears are in control. We got hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. We have an A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar, which is going through a bunch of our indicators, and then it's grading each one, and then it gives us this overall score. Right now you have an A+ setup to the downside. It'll tell you either have no score, a B setup, or an A+ setup. Now, of course, we always love us an A+ setup, but I'm okay with a B setup. It's kind of a heads up of what is coming. If we have no setup, I don't even touch my mouse. There's no reason. This is the Ultimate Trading Assistant for a reason. It confirms what we think we're seeing. Okay. All right. Up here, all 5 traders, think of T1 through T5 as traders. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. If I put you in the room with 5 other traders, these are algorithms, but if I put you in the room with 5 other traders who all have a completely different style, and they're all voting bearish across 6 time frames, and you can change these time frames to whatever you want, would that give you confidence to go short? I think so. I mean, I would guess you would, right? You'd have confidence to go short. Look at this. We're breaking right through. Maverick trenders pegged to the top. Okay, we're putting all this together. Hang on 1 second, guys. Let me see here. I want to see if we're going to push down. All right. What's coolest about, oh yeah, we are pushing down. Okay, hang on. I don't try and get the full move. I find that when I try and get even more juice out of the squeeze is where, you don't want to get greedy. Okay, we're getting a little retracement. That's okay. So if you want to see something really cool, this is the Maverick Gamma Pro. This is going to be coming out in about 3 weeks. This is on MES, but it doesn't matter. ES, MES, or I'll put it on ES just so nobody's confused here. Okay. And these are dealer gamma levels that we calculate in-house. Okay, that will be on your charts. And if you look, this put wall, we have not been able to break over and over and over again. Look what happened when we finally broke it. Okay, this is where dealers have to hedge their bets. These are very important levels, and these are institutional grade levels that we're going to make available to you guys for a fraction of what the cost is these days for us retail traders. We had to build a whole server for it. We're just about done the server so we can support all you guys on TradingView and NinjaTrader, and it's pretty cool. But look at this clear. They've been just so fun to trade. But look at this. Think of this as the floor in your house, and then this is the floor in your basement. And it's just been so cool this morning to watch it just can't get into here. Just can't get into here. And then finally we broke. And look at this, right? Okay. And the Maverick AI Pro is coloring our candles the whole way. Same thing with, and this does not replace the Maverick zones. Oh, and look, we have a high zone score up here. So the Maverick zones is auto drawing your support and resistance zones. It's saying, hey, where should it be? How wide should it be? See how wide this one is compared to like this one? And then when price gets close to it, it's going to give you this score, okay? And this score is of price holding or breaking. Anything less than 90% is game for breaking. Anything greater than 90% is like a brick wall, okay? So we got two strong scores here, pretty close. Price is heading down, and look at it, it's retracing a little bit. It's almost like it sees this, it gets a little scared. It's almost like it sees these high scores and it runs from the higher score. It's pretty interesting, right? Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna let this thing keep on coming down, and then and we'll just keep an eye on it. You're due for some retracement. You just literally had 1, 2, 3 down candles in a row, and 2 of them were some of your biggest candles of the day. Okay. All 5 traders are still bearish across 6 time frames, which is absolutely beautiful. All right. And we just know we're in between 2 really strong zones. So this is not a surprise for us to get hung up here. All right. So we'll keep watching this thing. But to me, folks, this is clear vision. Okay. This is clear vision. Being able to hop on my charts and go, I'm not getting into gray. I'm not getting into gray. I'm not getting into gray. And then once we finally break this zone here, truly break it, it's like, okay, we got a red background. Bears are in control. Hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Maverick radar saying, hey, buddy, pay attention. You got an A+ setup to the downside. Okay. All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames. Are you kidding me? Okay. Unbelievable. Now, we might get some retracement back up to this zone, but what was once support, as the old adage says, what was once support should now be resistance. Okay. Will it always go like that? Nope. We know. Nothing's guaranteed in any market. Anybody can tweet anything at any time. Do they still call them tweets? I don't know. Anyway. All right, but look, so cool. And by the way, if you want to sign up to get notified when we come out with this, with the Maverick Gamma Pro, I'll put the link in the description. And this is going to be available first to members of any bundle for early access and discount, and then everybody else will be able to have access to it. But we have just been loving playing these zones. I mean, just seeing this all morning long, not be able to break through here, and then we finally break through and we jump in. I mean, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, so here we go. And now it's just going to be slow to move. We are getting towards lunchtime too, so I don't expect the market to get crazy until everybody comes back from having their sandwich when they leave, when they go down Wall Street. All right, cool. So I'm just going to leave this sucker up, but there's no question to the downside. By the way, you had a beautiful sell signal up here. Yeah, he took a little bit of heat and then it just, so cool. Same thing with back here. You had a beautiful sell signal back here pre-market. So anyway, if you want some clear vision on your charts, if you want your charts to be like a heat map and know the severity of the data, okay? If you want to know where your zones are and let the Maverick zones auto draw your support and resistance zones and then give you probability scoring here, still at the launch price. Such a crazy deal. If you want to know when you have an A+ setup, now we are in market manipulation time, so this timer is red, so we got to wait out for that. But if you want to know when you have an A+ setup or a B setup or no setup, or if you want to know what all 5 traders are voting at any given time, who all have a completely different style, so it can give you that confidence to go short or go long. Man, and remember, all our indicators work on NinjaTrader and TradingView in the Ultimate Edge bundle. And now we're going to come back up, and it looks like we're going to try and test that zone. But what was once support should now be resistance. Okay, coming down, pop up, and then boom. Okay, and I don't need the full move. All right. So if you want some clear vision on your charts, if you want edge in the market, come check us out. All right, not financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market. We know that. But man, this is some clear trading right here. Yeah, so come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.